All right, this is the last take. I've been trying to get this thing shrunk down. So I don't know how this is going to go, but however it happens, this is what I'm posting. Tired of this, trying to figure this. Look at my hair, y'all. Look at that. What do you think? It's going to be a little gray, maybe a light gray, but it's coming back in. I'm going to get these coming back in. So, there you have it. Look at my hairline. So, all right. So, I had my last appointment with Dr. Koshy. And a week ago, and so he's releasing me back to Dr. Maisel, who's my oncologist, and so I'll go back to him. And Koshy was awesome. That whole office was awesome, but he did my blood work, and the result of my blood work is that my M protein was 0, which basically they say no detectable amount of that paraprotein that's a result of the plasma cells being cancerous, which is multiple myeloma. So that's good. My other thing was my ratio between my kappa and my lambda. And you can research that. I'm not going into detail about what all that is. But that ratio was 2.0. Normal should be 0 to 1.65. So just to give you an example of how far we've come, 8 months ago, tomorrow will mark 8 months exactly that I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. Isn't that crazy? Also tomorrow is marks the 3-month anniversary of my stem cell transplant. So we are where we're looking to be. And, I told you that we'd be, have a lot of challenges for this first 3 months to kind of get through. We still do, but we're where we had prayed to be and at the levels that we prayed we'd be at. I still got a lot of my blood work and everything still kind of whoppy-jawed, and not funky. My platelets are still low, but they believe that's because of the Bactrim. I'm taking an antibiotic 3 times a week, Bactrim. And so, and then I take an antiviral every day, 1,000 milligrams, just as a preventative to keep me well. And thankfully I've been well. I'm juicing, I'm doing my supplements, I'm staying on my diet, and I'm seeing Dr. Ganino, my holistic doctor. He's going to start giving me some infusions, and all that is to help me beat this thing, and to get beyond complete response to complete stringent response. But to what I was saying was 8 months ago, my ratio level was 12.8, and my M protein was high. It was 3, but 8 months later, we're here, and so I am grateful and I am thankful. And so we will meet with Dr. Maisel next week, and we will get a plan. And that's just pray about the plan. Pray about directionally what is best for us and for me. What is it that we need to do? There's still a lot of questions and a lot going on. The bone pain is still there, but it's like Dr. Koshy said. My appointment recently, he said, "Look, you're 54, but you lost 54 years of immunity. You lost everything that you had developed for 54 years. It's gone, and so you're having to start over." And your bones had the effects of lesions that had been on all your ribs, all your sternum, your back, your vertebrae, everything. So just realize it's going to take some time for you to feel normal. I think normally, right? But it's just physically still getting there, and just, and I was talking to a friend of mine today, said, "Well, Stephen, we're 54. And I was like, yeah, we are, and that's true. And there's a lot of muscles and bones and bending and stuff I haven't done as much of, in the past 3 months, especially. But at the same time, there's balance between reality, what you have, and, and just everything else. So, so we're getting there. But again, we would not be where we are without your prayers and your comments, your encouragement, the notes, cards, everything, your support. We wouldn't be here. And we're still, like I said, this is where we were. We talked about this, that this would be 3 months was kind of the, where we were headed, trying to get to as far as medically, work related, everything. And so now we're trying to regroup. And so we were thankful, for everything. So hard to believe, 8 months. And 3 months ago I was in the hospital. So much has changed. But boy, am I grateful. And man, have I learned so much about time and how precious it is. And in fact, tomorrow I'm getting to speak to a group of coaches, which I'm super excited about. I get to share my story And that's what fightlikeafreak.com is. It's going to have I'm working on a chronological deal of my story. I'll be posting the blogs that I've already written and the new blogs that I'll be writing. And then this book thing I'm putting together of just, what do you do when life just goes to crap, And it's just hard. And I've got friends that have lost people recently, and I've got a lot of friends that I always post that are struggling with illness and battles too. Everybody's got them. We all do. But it's what happens in the middle of them that changes us, and how we respond. And for me, time and gratitude are two of the huge things that I've been taught. That's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Because things just don't affect me like they used to. People's opinions just don't affect me anymore either as much. And there's things that I wish I could have done differently, and people out there may be watching the video and have opinions of me, but, oh well, let's learn to love people. I have opinions too, but you have to give people grace. There's a lot of things I'd like to say, which I will. But today it was about the medical side of it and how thankful I am and how grateful I am, and just continue to pray for us. I'll be praying for you guys. We will. Donna and I love you guys. We're so grateful. Continue to support and just pray and be there. And not just for us, but those that are around you as well. Because I'll close with this. I was at a deal this past weekend and just get to share a little bit more of my story. And this girl came up to me after. She's like, she said, I have a friend that has cancer. She's like, what? Tell me what to do. And I said, be present. I could name some names of some people in my life that have been present from day one. Just been present. Called me, checked on me. There's people that I thought I knew, But again, I give them grace. I don't know what's going on in their life. I don't know all that. But what I do know is that the people that have been present, like many, many of you, have been such a blessing to us. And I will always see life differently for the rest of my days on this earth. And redeem time and try very hard to make sure I check in on people and let them know and just be present, even more so than I ever have been before, because it matters. So, hey, love you guys. Y'all have a great night. And thanks again. And we will get some more stuff up here later. All right. Talk to you soon.